You wake up when a 6-ton mammoth sneezes outside the cave, shaking the mountain like an earthquake. 40,000 years before Christ, you are still alive, and your heart is still beating inside the cold stone cave. Every morning you wake up is a victory over wolves, grok stealing fire, and the mysterious darkness surrounding you. You lie on a pile of bear skins that smell familiar your whole life, feeling comfortable in the dark cave. The person next to you opens their eyes. Their wordless gaze clearly says, "Get up and go find food, now." Their eyes tell you that today is your turn to go foraging in the harsh cold. You look outside the cave and see thick white snow, strong freezing wind, and dense fog. You hear the heavy breathing of something large nearby. You look at the warm pile of bear skins, then look outside again, hesitating between safety and duty. You stand up. There is no snooze button, so you accept the harsh reality of a new day. The fire from last night has completely died out. You sit in front of the cold ashes in the cave, preparing to restart the fire for the tribe. You are sure you weren't the one who forgot to add wood. Instinct tells you that you are innocent. You sit quietly staring at the cold ashes while everyone else around you pretends to be asleep. You pick up 2 sticks and start rubbing them to make fire in the cold cave. This is a difficult physical and mental challenge. You sweat profusely. You rub the sticks many times, but no spark appears. Your patience is running out. Your hands are burning, your shoulders ache, and sweat drips down your forehead in the freezing air. Your patience ran out long ago in this long battle with the elusive flame. Finally, a small spark appears after your long, exhausting effort. You blow gently on it, as carefully as waking a baby, protecting the tiny flame in your hands. The fire catches on the dry grass and grows in the cave, bringing warmth to everyone. You feel proud for creating fire from nothing with your own 2 hands in this cold, dark world. 40,000 years later, people no longer appreciate fire the way you once did. You add more wood to the fire, the flames grow bigger, warming the cave, and people begin to wake up. Everyone in the cave wakes up once the hardest part, starting the fire, is done. The leftover mammoth meat from 2 days ago hasn't fully frozen yet. It sits near the fire in the cave. You eat the meat standing up, no plate, no seasoning, just meat and your bare hands. A pile of dark red berries sits near the cave entrance. Half of them are safe to eat. The other half can kill you if you eat the wrong ones. You see that Grog has eaten some berries and is still fine, so you confirm they're safe for now. The tribe's food safety system is surprisingly effective. 8 men wearing the best animal skins gather at the cave entrance, preparing to go hunting. The air is thick with tension, forced confidence, and quiet fear. You check your flint-tipped spear, its point carefully sharpened. You value your hunting tools more than most others in the tribe. Erg became the leader 3 years ago after the previous leader made a bad decision about a cave bear. Erg is loudmouthed and confident, 2 important leadership qualities throughout human history. Erg uses a piece of charred wood to draw a plan to surround the mammoth on the cave wall. Everyone stands seriously and nods in agreement with Erg's plan. The plan is to drive the mammoth toward the cliff to make it easier to kill. You agree with Erg's plan and nod confidently. The tribe steps out into the -20-degree cold, ready to hunt the mammoth. The mammoth stands eating frozen grass about 200 meters away, completely unaware. The mammoth weighs as much as a bus, with tusks longer than a man and shaggy fur reaching almost to the ground. The tribe spreads out and quietly moves into position according to the plan. You feel a rare sense of unity in the tribe before this hunt. Erg gives the signal to attack. Everyone charges forward at once. 8 men run toward the mammoth, shouting at the top of their lungs as they run through the snow. The mammoth lifts its head and stares directly at Erg and the incoming spears. Then, it completely ignores the plan and suddenly charges straight at you. The mammoth chooses you out of all 8 men, as if it can see into your soul. You run the fastest you've ever run in your life to escape the mammoth chasing right behind you. The hunting formation collapses. People stab each other by accident, spears drop, and many fall into the snow. For the next 20 minutes, there is only noise, movement, and adrenaline. You react purely on instinct, dodging and screaming sounds that have no clear meaning. The mammoth finally slows down and falls, shaking the ground around it. A brief, complete silence follows the loud thud of the mammoth hitting the ground. The tribe goes wild with joy. Erg beats his chest, and everyone hugs each other in celebration. The person who fell first gets up and celebrates the loudest of all. You breathe heavily, legs shaking, hand injured, but still smiling widely with happiness in the snow. Tonight, everyone in the cave will eat until full after this hard-earned, successful hunt. The feeling of feeding your loved ones remains strong even after 40,000 years on the frozen plains. Dragging 6 tons of mammoth meat back to the cave is its own great ordeal for the tribe. The whole tribe weighs only half a ton, while the mammoth weighs 6 tons, a very unfair physics problem. For 2 hours, the tribe pushes and pulls the meat, while arguing in grunts about the most efficient way. Erg points and makes authoritative sounds, but no one really listens to his orders. They butcher the mammoth on the spot and carry it back in several trips. The work is long and exhausting. Your back will hurt for a whole week after this, but you accept it completely. The afternoon in the cave is productive, organized, and almost familiar. The women gather plant fibers, wash roots, and prepare food in the cave. Melted snow water is stored in clay pots for later use. You sit carving a new flint spearhead, both a hobby and a necessary job. You patiently chip away small pieces of stone to create a sharp spear point. Children run and jump around the cave entrance, playing nameless games, falling down and laughing. An old woman teaches a little girl how to find roots under the snow using traditional knowledge. The girl understands that this knowledge is the line between life and death in the harsh winter. There is no school or grades, only patient transmission of life knowledge through words. As the sun sets, the temperature outside drops quickly. The air becomes even colder. Everyone returns to the cave, adds more wood to the fire, creating a warm space filled with the smell of roasting meat. The cave ceiling is pitch black from years of continuous fire, covered in thick layers of soot. On the cave walls are drawings of animals, handprints, and mysterious shapes telling the tribe's story. You have drawn mammoths and a confident dog on these walls for many years. You are proud of your mammoth and dog drawings on the cave wall. The whole tribe eats together, real food, enough to feel full, in a warm space. You roast meat in a real shelter with people who have been your close companions all your life. Erg retells the mammoth hunt with increasing drama, captivating everyone. Erg claims he was the one who took down the mammoth. No one argues, because he is the leader. The children fall asleep, content and warm after the feast. The adults talk quietly about fire, the weather, and tomorrow's plans in the dark cave. The fire slowly dies down. One by one, people lie down to sleep. You sit watching the fire, listening to the wind outside, thinking about nothing in particular. Your hands are scraped, your legs ache, your shoulders are sore after a long day. Exhaustion sinks deep into your bones after a full day of hunting and hard labor. The warm fire burns brightly against the cold, indifferent world outside the cave. The people around you breathe steadily in the quiet night of the deep cave. The outside world is cold, dark, dangerous, and indifferent to your survival. You have survived one more day at the beginning of everything on Earth. You lie down on the familiar bearskin and close your eyes, preparing for a new day. Tomorrow, it all begins again with new challenges and new miracles of survival.